Well, let's go with 120 laps to go. Greg Biffle still leading. Jimmy Johnson, Carl Edwards, Ricky Rudd, Mark Martin, Elliott Sadler, 5 Ford, 1 Chevrolet. In the top half dozen. Then it's Jeff Burton, Chevy, Casey Kane's Dodge, Scott Briggs and Dave Blaney in the top 10.
Well, it looked like that inevitably here, somebody on the restart will spin the rear tires. Looked like that could have happened to Biffle that time.
And Jimmy Johnson in the 48, he's going to take advantage, but Greg Biffle gets that good run on the high side, drag racing down the backstretch.
Behind them going into turn 1, they were 4 wide at about 6th place.
Well, don't look now, but they're still that way.
Johnson with the low Chevrolet on the bottom leads this lap from Biffle, who takes it right back heading for turn 1.
Are you sure he led it? Because they were just about neck and neck.
Well, you get such a run down the straightaway when you're on the high side like Biffle is, and you get bogged down a little when you're on the bottom like Jimmy is there in the 48. That's how come they kind of meet in the middle of the back straightaway. One coming and one going.
I must have blinked. They gave that lap to Biffle.
And these guys, I mean, we've been counting lead changes at the start-finish line. There's no telling how many times they swapped the lead at other areas of the racetrack.
And the 48 car, Jimmy Johnson, it's hard to stay down underneath somebody running the kind of speeds you're running off the corners here without taking a chance of getting sucked around.
Look at Carl Edwards in the 99. Our top three different lines through 1 and 2. And look at that Ricky Rudd, that 21 car up there in 4.
A, B, and C line.
Now tell me, Darrell, at these speeds, running this close, going into the corner like that, this a little frightening at this stage in the race, or is this just a lot of fun?
No, you're having a good time. You know, you kind of know what your car is capable of at this point. So you know how hard you can drive it in. You know how quick.
But hey, boys, Ricky Rudd, the 21 car's in trouble, running in 4th position, it looks like.
Boy, he's going to cause everybody here to get in trouble with him. Oh, boy.
DW is watching the 21 car. Looks like he maybe have a left rear tire going down for sure on that thing. And but watching the guys up front, you were talking about a minute ago, if you watch Ricky try to lift around here and get in the on the pit road, he's definitely got a tire going down, and it's the right rear, not the left rear. Right rear looks like from here now. And hopefully he can get it on pit road and not get himself into some trouble and get run over. He's on pit road.
Biggest thing, can't speed on his pit stop. He's probably going to go a lap down right here, but they just got to get back out there. Dick, they know they have a good race car.
Yeah, they do have a race car, but this surely is, he's got no brakes. That's what it is, a busted wheel cylinder, he just said, or something of that nature. Brakes are the problem with Ricky Rudd.
What a shame. I mean, he's been up there in the top 5 or 10 for about the last 150 laps.
Now, you don't use a lot of brake here in the race itself, but you do lay your foot on those brakes.
Lead change, turn 2. Johnson with a run from the top to bottom of the racetrack. He edges Biffle, but no way he's going to clear him.
These guys just will not give up, and we still have over 100 laps to go.
Right there's where it gets a little touchy for the guy on the inside, because he's got to have a little bit of room on the outside to clear, and he just can't quite make it.
This time through 1 and 2, Jimmy Johnson to the bottom, Greg Biffle all the way up to the top of the racetrack.
The bottom will prevail if you can just stay in the gas as you exit the corner. I mean, the shortest way around is on the bottom, so you're going to have the shortest amount of the distance to go. Sometimes you get bogged down there, though.
Darrell, you and Larry both know sometimes you see a situation like this happening. 2 guys going side by side like they're doing. You have to sooner or later tell your own driver, man, be smart. Let him go if he's working you that hard. Save your tires and realize at the end of this run, you'll get it back. So you got to throttle back sometimes and realize this big picture is how are you going to finish if you abuse that right front tire? And you've already seen when guys do it, they'll wind up in the wall.
Well, these are the 2 best cars on the racetrack right now, 48 and 16. And their cars have been really good all day long. I think with the aero package, that little bit smaller rear blade back there, you want to get in clean air as quick as you can.
Ricky Rudd's really fine ride is over. He's taking that car to the garage.
Been watching this battle right here. This is a battle for about 10th position between Joe Nemechek in the 01, Tony Stewart in the 20, and McMurray in the 42. Remember, McMurray got back on the lead lap. But I've been watching that 20 car, DW. I think you mentioned earlier, it's like he runs good only on fresh tires for a few laps, then he really starts to fade.
Got about a 10 lapper there. If they get a caution late, he's on the lead lap. He might be all right, but he's not good on the long run.
110 laps to go at Atlanta Motor Speedway. You're watching the Golden Corral 500 presented on Fox by M3 Power from Gillette.
Johnson leading Biffle with Carl Edwards, Mark Martin, and Casey Kane rounding out the top 5. So Carl Edwards, one of the young drivers, not necessarily a rookie, but Kurt's younger brother Kyle Busch, who is a rookie, has done a good job of hanging around in this race after a good run last week.
Yeah, he's had some trouble here early on, but he's fought his way back, and he's still 1 lap down. But they've got that race car where literally he's running about 5th on the racetrack, and his lap times are good enough to be in the top 10 if he can just get a break and get himself a caution. Right now, they've got the car working pretty well for him. If he can just keep his nose clean, he may have an opportunity to fight his way back up there in that top 5 or top 10.
Meanwhile, Jimmy Johnson trying to become the first driver to win back-to-back Atlanta races since Jeff Gordon did it in 1998 and 1999. Let's rejoin Darrell, Larry, and Mike.
There's Johnson with a 1-second lead on Greg Biffle. Then Carl Edwards, Mark Martin, Casey Kane has taken 5th from this man. With Ricky Rudd in the garage, Jeff Burton climbs to the top of the nice guys you'd like to see have a good day list. He is now 6th. He has 3 4th-place finishes here, 2 5th-place finishes at Atlanta, all with, well, one with, I think, Stavola brothers, and then the rest with Roush Racing.
And just remember, he started this race back in 38th, and as you just saw in the highlights from Chris and Jeff in the hotel, he was involved in that crash on lap 1, so great recovery by this race team.
And Childress has 5 wins in the spring race here at Atlanta, thinking back to not too long ago when Kevin Harvick won this race.
And with Dave Blaney running up the top 10, Childress right now has 2 cars in the top 8. Both those race teams needed good runs here.
All these drivers have hero cards. You can get them at the souvenir trailers. The big collecting thing in baseball and football, other sports, are rookie cards. And I think Steve Burns is about to go us one better.
Hey, Mike, remember I told you a little bit earlier, Kenny Schrader told Carl Edwards to go back to Missouri and get in a dirt car. Well, Carl needed an angle, a way to get noticed. His mom, Nancy, suggested that he make business cards. So he did, and it says, if you're looking for a driver, you're looking for me. Now, a lot of the local racers made fun of Carl, gave him a lot of flack for doing it. But you know what? It worked. One of these business cards made their way to Roush Racing, and now his mom, Nancy, is sitting atop the pit box watching her 25-year-old son race for the win and the weekend sweep.
Hang on to that, Steve. That could be a valuable souvenir.
All right, DW, I'm going to put you on the spot. You're hunting a driver for your NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series team a few years ago. Guy gives you a business card. What do you do with it?
I'd say that's nice. Probably put it in the folder and move on. You know, that doesn't happen very often. But you know what I like is guys like him that have taken a little and done a lot. That's what got that's what got someone's attention. That's what got Jack's attention. Not taking a lot and doing a little.
Yesterday's winner in the Aaron's 312 Busch Series race, his first Busch win after a successful run for Roush in the Craftsman Truck Series.
And just look at everything he's trying to accomplish this year, and early in the season he's accomplishing it. He's trying to win the Nextel Cup championship, and he's well in contention. Now, he's not eligible for Rookie of the Year in Nextel Cup because of the amount of races that he ran last year, but he is eligible for that award in the Busch Series as well as the Busch Series championship. So of the big 4, he could accomplish 3 of them this year.
Almost wrecked the leader twice. He just goes high 3. Never know about him.
Now, that's his spotter, Bobby Hudson, just talking about Jimmy Spencer, trying to anticipate, there's that word anticipate, DW, which way Jimmy Spencer in the 50 car will go.
Bill Elliott, the hometown hero, moving past Tony Stewart. Here's Elliott Sadler battling Stewart for 14th position. Elliott is a lap down. Debris on the racetrack. 6th caution of the day. Dick.
Well, Stewart has really had his problems today, Mike. They have done just about everything they can to that car. Some of the adjustments have been so serious that he has come in. They've just done all kinds of things to the car on a caution. He'll go out, make another lap, come back in and change a bunch more stuff on it. Basically, the car has been tight, particularly entering the turns and in the middle. A guy that a lot of people thought was going to win is having a real tough day. Tony Stewart running in the back.
Well, we've seen all day long. I wouldn't count him out. You make the right changes on your car, and you can get it back up front.
And if we have a short run at the end of the race, you might count him in.
That's right. He's pretty quick for 10, 15 laps, look like.
Obviously, all the crews getting ready to go to work here as we have right out about